good one here. An 8-lap Bears and Formula Sport race coming up.
Indeed. Is that Travis Bone on the second row there on the Yamaha? I know that's a front row bike, so that might be Ben Nicholson. What's Travis riding? Got number 87 there. Good to see 87 out there. From Sanson, Mark Perry. Red flag walks off the track there. So the light system is all reds and then it goes out. It doesn't build up like it used to. This is better for the starts. It used to build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it has changed now. So
yeah, great start, Matt Drayson. He'll lead them into turn number 1. Dwayne Bishop gets it all sideways, but gets it stopped in time. So that's second place, but around the outside of him, we've got action as well. So we go racing. Matt Drayson leads them into the S's, and then we've got Rich McLaren got a horrible start off pole position. Just didn't quite get the drive out of there, but he finds himself in a battle with Dwayne Bishop, trying to get up into third place. We've got Heath Boddicker from the South Island. He finds himself in about 5th at the moment. There's quite frantic pace as they go up into turn 5. But look at this, Matt Drayson. He's going to try and run away with this one. He's already got a good start. There's a lot of argy-bargy coming out of turn 5 as we get this one underway. So first and second got the head and gone, and then a good little fight in behind him. So we'll keep an eye on this one. 8-lapper here for Kiwi Boat Builders, Formula Sport and Bears.
Big problem for Dwayne Bishop. He had a couple of slides in turn 1 and one coming out of turn 2 and then another one coming out of turn 5. Huge slides, you know. It's lucky no one collected him. So whether his tyre warmers aren't working or he's got a deflated rear tyre, so you have to be very, very careful here. They were big moments, big moments. He's a big boy, so he had to jump off the bike and let the bike do its own thing and then sit back down on it. That was the best way to control it. But look at that lead we've got all down that long straight. That's about 180 metres now on the QS Boat Building Bears Formula Sports. It was a Bears class and they bled some people off from Formula 1 and Formula 2 to take the pressure off those, and sort of I think now it's gone the other way because that's a very full field out there at the moment there, Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, and it's good to see some Bears in there as well. So we've got the Aprilias, the Ducatis, and we've got the Beamer as well in there. So there we go. We've got Matt Drayson, the 135 outlap. That's some fair quick going already for him. And then we've got Sam Willesee in second place. So great to have Sam in there. He had a win around the streets of Wanganui last year. That was an awesome sight to see. So he's out there fighting it out. He's in second place. We go back to Richard Mark-Barrett up in the third. Dwayne Bishop, Heath Boddicker, and then Travis Moan, Malcolm Belski. Some great little battles, some good moves going into turn 4 there. I think that was Malcolm Belski up the inside of Travis Moan. So keep an eye on this one. There's battles all over the track. We'll try and keep an eye on it and monitor it. But Matt Drayson on the R1 from Cambridge at Bridgestone Tyre Supported Machine. He has got the great start off the front row and now head down and trying to clear out of this one. There we go with that one. Keep an eye on the gap. And at the moment, he is flying. So Sam Willesee, good to see him second place. We'll keep an eye on this one as we watch this unfold. We've had 1 lap down and 7 laps to go. So 8-lap races, thick and fast action, Spider, and something we've come to expect with the Suzuki International Series.
Indeed, Sam Willesee on a 750cc machine, so that would be eligible for Formula 1. Superbike for Formula 1 class, that's what we call it, the Suzuki International Series, but he's comfortable in that in a good second place, but it looks like third place is closing in on him, and that Matt Drayson's just a cut above everyone else at the moment, just charging out the head. It was 2 seconds quicker in the first lap. It's all about bike preparation and mental stamina, but a lot of people have got that on their plate. They've all got to deal with the same thing, and it's just he's got to carry it home. The concentration's a hard thing. It's one thing when you're racing someone else, but when you're controlling this race, it's quite a bit more difficult sometimes. See a few pit boards out, you'll see them more and more, particularly in Superbike, Formula 1 class and the Formula 2 class. Keep an eye on what's happening on the track and informing the riders where they sit and how many laps to go and that sort of thing. So Sam Willesee is under pressure in the infield there, coming out of turn 2, 3 and 4. He's under quite a bit of pressure. He's about 6 bike lengths back to Richard Mark-Barrett with the number 19 BMW S1000R. Dwayne Bishop in 4th. He seems to have settled down after that tyre problem. And then Malcolm Belski, I think it was Heath Boddicker from Nelson on the 137 machine. Indeed, it is Heath Boddicker from Nelson. It's good to see him. He came up, I think, to Wanganui last year. Can't remember who he did the other 2 rounds, but it's certainly his first time at Wanganui, and he's entered all 3 rounds. He was the riders rep at the New Zealand Superbike Championship last season. I'm not too sure whether he's going to continue that role, but he's very good at what he did. There was a lot of dramas, of course, as there is when you're battling it out for any sort of New Zealand Championship. And and he's a good man to deal with. Owns a engineering company that does boat works, particularly down on the port of Nelson, where they had street racing since '92, right through to about 2018. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that meeting's going ahead again. Just too hard to organise. Some of the boys have been around for 25, 30 years doing it, and they're just a little bit old and tired and worn out. It is heavy work doing a street circuit. So lead bike coming on to the front straight. Those three other bikes are changing position. Looks like Dwayne Bishop's gone up from 4th into 3rd place, and run it a little bit wide through there. As I say, his tyre was very, very unsettled back end in the first lap, but it seems to be got some heat into it, and it's a bit more safer at the moment. So he's chasing down the GSXR 750 of Sam Willesee on the number 96 machine. In fact, there he goes on the inside of turn 1. Goes there, gets a bit of a slide coming out, gets a second slide there, so he's still struggling with it back end. Maybe suspension issues, but there's definitely something going on with his bike. He doesn't seem to be scared of it. I'm a bit more scared up here watching it. Here comes Sam Willesee coming back on strong. 4 to 5 bike leads. He's closed that down to a 1 bike lead. We're going through turn 4 and into turn 5 here at Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park. Great racing there, Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, absolutely. So Matt Drayson, a 1:33.2. So he is flying. He was 3 seconds quicker than anyone on that last lap round and has a 8.9 second advantage. So he's cut above the rest here at the moment. And then, yeah, so we've got Dwayne now up into 2nd place. Sam still holding on to 3rd. Richard Mark and Barrett there. So they're evenly matched for lap times as well. So interesting to see now that Dwayne's got some clear track what he can do, whether he can start reeling in Matt at the front. But with 3 seconds a lap difference, this could quickly turn into quite a long day at the office for everyone else, Spider.
Still some pace off the lap record of 28.966 for Sloan Frost. Remember, Sloan Frost has won Superbike races here, so he's just at a different sort of level of riding. So that's and we're not sure about lap records today, whether we're going to be very close to them. It all depends on track condition. Temperature's the big one. If the temperature's right, you get your tyres heated up and it works quite well. Sam Willesee closes up under brakes. He's been pushed back to 4th. He closes up on Richard Mark and Barrett, and I think Richard might have even started putting something back into getting further forward on the track, if that makes any sort of sense, and trying to reel in the number 48 machine, Dwayne Bishop from Oriel, the Aprilia V4. Lovely sounding motorbikes. We've now got one on the sidecar, so that'll be really interesting to hear. Unfortunately, we can't hear it from the commentary box, but I'll tell you what, when you tune into Ctas Live, when I look at the footage during the week, I'll be able to hear those big booming V4s. The Aprilia is absolutely lovely bike. I think Mark Perry on number 87 is on one of those as well. There's a number of them out there. Quite a mixture of bikes out there. We've got the Yamaha R6S 1000R, BMW Kawasaki ZX6R, Triumph Daytona 675, Bermuda YB9 of Robbo Robinson. He's only doing the 70 circuit. GSXR 750 Suzuki, Kawasaki's Aprilia V4s, Kawasaki ZX10s, Yamaha R1s. There's so many different machines out there. It's entertaining. We have Ducati V4, the Panigales, all the way from TR now, Kevin Bowman on the 108 machine. So, and we've got a Motor Guzzi Vince Burrell, which will be turning up to Wanganui only. Vince Burrell set a lap record, bettered his own lap record by 2 seconds at Timaru last weekend. So he's absolutely on fire, the booming Guzzi from Guzzi Cafe. So here they are coming down the long straight. 4 laps to go there, Brad Ritchie.
Yep, and they were evenly matched for lap times last time round, so we're interested to see what Dwayne's been able to do. It was a 1:35.1. It was his fastest lap of the race last time around. So Dwayne Bishop, the man on the move at the moment, he is in 2nd place, but he's got a massive 9.2 seconds to try and reel in with only 3 laps to go when they cross the line. So we're keeping an eye on this one here. We've got Matt Drayson. He's crossed the line in the lead of this one. Then we've got, I think it might be maybe
Richard Mark and Barrett.
Position. We've got Richard Mark and Barrett's now gone up into 2nd place. So he was a 1:34.0. So he was a second quicker than Matt that last time around. So there we go, change for 2nd place. Richard Mark and Barrett up ahead of Dwayne Bishop. So this Bears racing really heating up. And we've also still got Sam Willesee in the mix as well. So Malcolm Belsky, he's managed to get himself into 4th place. With Sam there in 5th. Heath Monica's still in the S's now as well. So great mixture of riders' ages and bikes and different machines out there. Spider, something a little bit of extra flavour here for the Formula Sport and Bears.
Yeah, Stephen Leggett is on another one of those Aprilia V4s. He's also racing the Gixxer Cup, the 150. When the Gixxer Cup come around, it was limited to under 21. 14 to 21, you couldn't race a cemetery circuit unless you were 16. And he's also doing one of those, so that got more track time, will be entertaining. So he's a fairly big boy, so he'll be carrying some sort of extra weight, and some especially young Billy Fuller. She's just a very lightweight, but great to see him doing 2 classes. classes. Great to see him back racing. He's been back for a couple of years. Been had a massive crash at Wongneu some years ago. Went up to hospital and saw him. He was well beaten up, but he couldn't chuck this away. He used to race an RZ 500 many moons ago, and RZ 350. So that's back in the 80s. Originally Wongneu based. I'm not too sure where he is nowadays.
Yeah, so another interesting point as well as we've got junior and senior, just like we had in the pre-89 as well. So we'll keep on. Most of the guys out the front are all on big bikes, F1 bikes, senior bikes. But we've got in 13th place Stephen Bates, the first of the junior bikes, which is a ZX 600. So they've got senior and junior, and then we've got a great mixture of juniors and seniors. But at the moment, it's the senior bikes all out in front at the moment, with Matt Drayson ahead of Richard Marker Barrett, Dwayne Bishop, Malcolm Belsky and Sam Willisey, the top 5. So we've got 2 laps to go now, and things are sort of heating up. They've got a little bit of that time down, the battle for first and second place. But still a massive 8 seconds to try and reel Matt Drayson in. I think it's definitely his race to lose at the moment as we start the final 2 laps of this 8-lap Motorsport and Bears race.
And don't forget, thank you to the sponsors, Q West Boat Builders from Whanganui and Scaford. And my own self, I've benefited with sponsors this weekend. I come along there. I need a seal for my some petrol tap seals for my 1977 Envia Custer. And I remembered that Nick and Wendy Plogue on the sidecar are sponsored by a seal company. So I've talked to him and he said, send me a tap. So I'll give him a tap next weekend and he can do that. And I got there because his sponsors, his company sponsors him, so probably his own company, but whatever it is, thank you for the sponsors, folks, and thank you to the flag marshals, everybody that's doing the hard work out there in the sun. The wind was a bit biting this morning, but we're all sort of, that's into the distance, so 2 laps to go. Where is that lead bike? Starting to get well spread out there. Okay, we've got a lunch break after the Super Motard racing, so the marshals will be coming off the track, so they'll be looking forward to that. And there we go, the white flag is out. Final lap, Matt Drayson's gone through there, 134.351. That's it, I tell you what, look at that, 134.309 for Richard Markham Barrett, so he's about 5,000 a second quicker. It won't matter on the track at the moment, but that shows he's got the goods, so hopefully he can take it to Matt Drayson in the next race and really bring that battle onto us. And so Drayson out in front, Richard Markham Barrett, and then we've got Dwayne Bishop looks over his shoulder going through from turn 2 to turn 3, so whether he's got a problem, but he's looking over his shoulder at, can't quite remember who that
Malcolm Belsky's in behind him, so yeah, we've got Matt Drayson, Richard Marker Barrett, that's your first 2. Wayne Bishop is in 3rd ahead of Malcolm Belsky, Sam Willisey, and then Mark Perry's now up into 6th place ahead of Heath Boddicker. So that's your top 7. Got Travis Moan, Kevin Beaumont, and Stephen Leggett rounding out our top 10. Awesome stuff here from our Bears and Motorsport. Thank you to Q West Boat Builders. They do world-class boat building. Interesting to log onto their website and just have a look at some of the stuff they do, q-west.com, and they're back on board with us here sponsoring our Motorsport Bears for the 2020 Suzuki International Series, and we're on the final lap of this race here. And Matt Drayson, he had an 8.3 second advantage as they started this lap, so certainly only a disaster it would seem would rob with this one, Spider.
What I'm impressed with the number of riders, we've got the second screen up there, there's 5 riders that set their fastest lap in that last lap. Malcolm Belsky up the front, out towards the front. Sam Willisey and Mark Perry have all set their fastest lap on that final lap, second to last lap. There's the checkered flag goes out. The checkered flag goes out to Matt Drayson there, and coming through there for second place, there will be Richard Markham Barrett way off the pace. Where's Dwayne Bishop? Dwayne Bishop should be coming there as Dwayne Bishop. We'll need to go and get that tyre problem sorted out. And then behind him, Malcolm Belsky, Sam Willisey, back to 5th place on the GSXR 750 Suzuki.
So your fastest lap of the race was that one by Richard Markham Barrett, that last lap, a 1:33.08, so quite a bit quicker than anyone else had gone, and brilliant stuff. So 1:33.08, that'll make him feel pretty good heading into the second and final race later on this afternoon. And he knows he's got the speed, he just needed to get a better start, and he'll be right in the mix. So Matt Drayson, Richard Markham Barrett, Dwayne Bishop, that's your top 3. Malcolm Belsky, Sam Willisey, Mark Perry, Heath Boddicker, Travis Moan, and then Kevin Beaumont and Stephen Leggett rounding out our top 10. Terry Moran, Bill Moffat, and Graham Jarrett. Great to have the mud out there. Graham Jarrett, 13th place, so keep an eye on this one. We've got one down in the flip-flop, and the bike's in the middle of the track, so a bit of drama there. There's only a few bikes to go through there, so everyone's done well. The yellow flag is waving there, but so a little bit of drama. He's up and walking, and try and catch a glimpse of who that is, but a bit of drama coming into the flip-flop for the final time, and we've got a bike down, so riders A-OK, So was it Wayne? Wayne Maintel there from Rd1. He's had the off there in the S's.
He's done the right thing. He's got off the track. You don't know how injured you are. You don't want to be picking a bike up and stressing with all that. You leave the bike there. The flag marshals put out their flag. They hold it static for a minor problem, but a major one like that, they're waving it around. So marshals will get out there. Hopefully there's no debris on the track, but it looks like Wayne Maintel is in tip-top health. Mental health might be a little bit suffering, but he's walking back maybe to pick up his bike now. So that's the important thing. They're up and about and not injured. All riders, if they crash, are to report to the medical centre to get a clearance there. That's a very good MNZ rule. They've got to get their bike re-scrutiny and their helmet checked. That was said at riders' briefing.
All right, we'll cross down to Neil and Jared, who has got Matt Drayson, Richard Markenbarrett and Dwayne Bishop, our Formula Sport and Bears podium winners.
All right, thanks to Brad and Spider. Jared down here enjoying the sun. Conditions from when we qualified this morning to now, there's got to be at least another 10 degrees in the track by now, Jared.
Yeah, I think they were up over 40 degrees before they were saying, so perfect track conditions for lap records. So, yeah, some good racing. This is our first race. A lot of them will be blown out the cobwebs, a lot like Bishop just did then, or maybe not up to race weight.
All right, indeed. So an opportunity will be crossing over the boys as soon as we've got him here. Back with Jared, and interestingly, that Richard Markenbarrett had the fastest time. He had only finished in second place. An example again of how the track potentially had warmed even during that last race.
He hasn't been doing any riding. He's of course got the other Kramer, which he goes really good on, but he's struggled with the S1000. So it's good to see that Sketchy and the boys have got him on the pace, and he did a sterling job getting out there and holding off Bish and the other boys.
Yeah, great to see you. All right, take an opportunity and come over. We've only looking here at our top two at the moment, but I'm sure we'll be looking forward to catching up with our runner-up at the moment, but certainly for Bish, and here we go. Oh, look at this man, look at this man. Dwayne, nice to see you back, nice to see you back. Have you lost a couple of hairs since last year? Because I know I have.
That was fucking hard, Neil. Fuck, I don't know how I hang on to that, actually. Fuck. No, all good now.
All good, mate. Hey, the same girl, has she been all right?
Yeah, I haven't ridden since March in Sound of Thunder, so good to get out there, and yeah, I'm actually quite surprised I'm here, to be honest.
What's the track like today?
Yeah, well, I found it a bit slippery in the first lap. Just ask Jared. I'm sure you saw it.
Yeah, he was.
Everyone was off.
He was going to run a competition to who had the most almost, and you were leading.
Oh, well, no, it's all good. Great to be back.
Hey, what about looking forward to Whanganui, 3 weeks away?
Yep, 100%.
100%, all right. Home's something special, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So we're going to see you up here in every race. Are you going to start to sort of move up a bit as well?
Well, it'd be nice.
Yeah, well done. Well, we're going to jump second place and go straight to first, and man, we're going to first big time. And all of those, Richard, for you, all of those practice days, going to Hampton Downs and doing the club days with Auckland and Hamilton, starting to pay off, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. Yep, it's all coming together.
Tell us a bit about your racing. You're not one of the big names that we might normally have seen, so you've come in under the radar. Congratulations for that. Tell us a bit about your background to our sport. Oh, that's all right. It just cuts off.
So I basically just a lot of club racing, really. Did the Suzuki Series back in 2012, and then had a bit of a 3-year break, and then just starting to get back into it now. Yep.
Great to see you. All right, we've got a technical issue there, but we'll still carry on because we've got it on film. That's the main thing. So well done. Let's do that again, eh? Can you next race?
Oh, we'll give it a crack. Yep, definitely.
Thank you very much. All right. No, it doesn't, does it? Yeah, no. It's because he's got them. Not going. Oh, there we say, jeepers, we just come back. So, folks, we've got some technical issues here. We've been working them out. This is a third microphone we've tried today. So we'll go back to the drawing board and get it better for